I just had to start with Khan. Who wouldn't want to start with Khan, actually? So you know what? I don't even have to defend to internet trolls of the world. So, Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. Okay, so to say the least, I'm spoiler alert here. Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan is by far my favorite Star Trek, pretty much of all time. So Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan actually is a sequel to the episode in Season 1 of Star Trek, the original series, called Space Seed. Space Seed is about they come across a crew of genetically altered people of the Botany Bay with Khan as their leader, and he's genetically altered as a human being because apparently in 1996 we made Captain America. Something along those lines. We made like super Captain America beings, and they were like, whoa, 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 these people are a little bit over the top, so let's just shoot him into space. Khan, of course, is not a good guy. He's kind of a dick. And so through actions, Kirk maroons him on a planet, Ceti Alpha 5, and, you know, we leave that episode off and he's never seen in the TV show again. So, flash forward 15 years later, we have Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. I always have to say that epically because it's epic. I mean, this Star Trek, they basically saw Star Trek 1, the motion picture, and said, no. See, we need to do what Star Trek fans love, which is make awesome ship-on-ship battles. Star Trek II does it flawlessly. I mean, the pacing is really intense, because at first it's slow burns, where you see Khan's path and Kirk's path and how they meet, and then when they meet, it is just awesome. It is ship on ship, and Kirk has the disadvantage, and they're blowing each other to bits, and it's well filmed. You can see the action. They show you with, like, instead of it doing like all of a sudden the camera's just like, oh, phaser, screw that, all that over here. No, they're like boom, 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 and it just it flows perfectly. It's directed by Nicholas Meyer, and he has done remarkably not much stuff. And why? Dude, you are awesome at this. Basically, Kirk is dealing more with his age. Like, you know, I feel kind of old. I don't know what to do. And that's just how it is. And he does it pretty well. I mean, Kirk has his Kirk acting, and they go out on a training mission because, you know, the Enterprise can never be ready for things. And they go out, and Khan and him clash, and Kirk gets beat to the ground pretty bad. And it's awesome. We go on our merry adventure more, and there's the Genesis Project. So you add something that could cause Universal Armageddon onto the list, and the stakes are pretty high. So Captain Kirk's like, this is stressful. And it's done really well. This is the Star Trek movie that I feel like I could sit down any day and watch, because it's just well made, it's fun, it has some really funny moments, and it's got some really dramatic moments, and it has the moment where he yells, Khan! There's just a lot of memorable lines and moments. It is very cold in space. It's just moments like that make you go, this is why I love Star Trek. As I said in my previous video, people who walked into motion picture as a newcomer and said, oh, what? This is the one you want to show them and say, this is Wrath of Khan. And you could arguably show them the 2009 Trek, but if you want to show them old school Trek, you show them Wrath of Khan, let's face it. And it's awesome, well filmed, well Star Trek acted, and all in all, it is an amazing experience, especially when, spoiler alert, Spock dies. You know, man tears every time, because it's like, the way they're like, I wish I'd be your friend. It gets you. It takes risks. And it paid off. Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan is a 98% because I do have a few problems with some of the spots of pacing where it's like you just feel like a shot's going on a little too long, but ultimately this is the one that is tightened, packed, and awesome. So, is this one your favorite Star Trek? Post your theories on Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, and would there be any episodes that you would like to see sequels to from the original series? Comment below, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more Star Trek-iness.